Hello, welcome back to Omegon 2. Hope you're all well today. Today we're going to be looking at some videos concerning the NPC trend that keeps on featuring in my timeline, featuring on YouTube Shorts, and has creators who are semi-well respected or renowned, at least notorious, infamous, featuring and getting involved because honestly the money in this is ridiculous. I have enough shots I'd like to take at video games where some of the most popular are almost childlike in nature, but it turns out when it comes to simplicity, it really is the answer to making the most amount of money. I know when it comes to video games I might not have much in the way of a leg to stand on since I do simulator games on Twitch, in the form of trucking and fishing, but I do play others, and if you follow me on the weekends on Twitch, you'll see I've been playing Little Nightmares, I've played Assassin's Creed in the past, I'm going to start doing God of War in the future as well. My elitism, my snobbishness towards simplistic games, or my snobbishness towards the NPC trend, that's still going very strong, at least according to some of the accounts that I saw recently that still get several thousand viewers live, and I'm just cringed out because I can't be arsed with it. I'm going to be very frank with this one because I can't hate you for what you do, and I certainly can't hate you for capitalizing on something that has in turn made you and the platform TikTok a lot of money. But I can judge you harshly for what I see as an utter failing of society, that this is somehow a suitable form, a medium in fact, of entertainment. Because you guys sustain a lot of viewers and I don't get it. I really don't. Maybe it's my age showing, maybe I'm too jaded, maybe I'm too cynical. Maybe I'm too English or repressed, which could be either or. Maybe I'm Vulcan, the wrong species instead of Cthulhukin. I just don't understand this one. And I have sat there in bed, about to go to sleep, and thought, I'll look through some TikToks, see if I find any amusing videos, and I get stuck with one of you dipshits. I fall asleep pretty quick, I'll give you that. But you sure as feck aren't the ASMR community, and I've got enough criticisms of those on TikTok as well. I'm going to show you some videos that adequately demonstrate the nature of the NPC trend, the meme, the joke, but how it can be both executed and produced to a reasonable standard and executed and performed to a lower standard. I've done this on the main channel, I believe, and I increased the quality or perceived quality every time. I'm not doing that this time. I am straight up just going to judge because I'm allowed to. 2024, folks. Let's be a dickhead for once. Do it in the comments together. If you don't like that, that is quite alright. We're allowed to agree to disagree here. If you don't like that either, well, tell me in the comments. I may well reply to you. Negativity does typically draw one's attention on social media.
A good game is what I would say, but you're a noob! Nya! Nya! Please, no ice cream! You know I'm lactose intolerant. Kamehameha! Uwu! Roar means I love you.
Some people are quite creative with this. I've seen one do Mother Miranda from Resident Evil Village, but to sit there in absolute silence until you get these donations is quite unusual to me. But if you go the extra mile, I can understand people wanting to engage with you. I've seen some break character where they've gotten a sticker they've not seen, or a alert they've never seen before, so they don't know what to say in a response. These formats still baffle me though. I know one guy does the warping face thing that morphs his voice a little as well, and he does a whole roses thing, because roses are like one coin, yeah? And I don't get, you barely get anything from it. It's not like Twitch with bits where the user gets the bit, which is 1 penny, or a cent, which is about 2/3 of a penny based on current exchange rates. Okay, it's not much better than TikTok because TikTok take a massive cut, kind of like YouTube with super chats.
And dinosaur, of course you can have Senpai's autograph. Please, no ice cream, I am lactose intolerant. Uwu, corn on the cob, huh? My wife who can slob on my knob, music. I do not need to play sports. Sports are for beta males. I already said no glizzies! I prefer females! Ah!
Something about these performances that we see in this one video in particular reek of projection. I can't be the only one thinks this anyway. Glizzies we're going to get to in a moment, by the way, because you need to know. If you don't know, you will know soon, don't worry, what a glizzy is. I had to find out the hard way and the user we're going to cover soon, well, they got a consequence for going a bit over the top with the glizzy. This user is putting on a very, very difficult accent to maintain. When you make your voice sound more gravelly than it is, it's a stress on you, but the enthusiasm is there, right? Even if you are sat down on a chair doing some vague from the shoulder up motions. I'm still judging you though, because I think this is all crap. I do like the hat though. Shame it's too small for your head.
Oh well, oh well, oh well, oh well, oh well, oh well. I am a brown belt in Taekwondo! Ha ha! Yeah! Fireball! Allow me to refill on my Mountain Dew! Yeah!
I do have a query for those that do this. Do you actually respond to every single one? Because I can imagine that the viewers, who are also equally low IQ and bonkers, would intentionally seek to throw as much at you as possible, because it's an exchange of currency, nothing wrong with that. They're entertained by your responses. Totally. Do you respond to every single one when they then go out of their way to make sure you can't? Do you backlog it? Or do you simply respond to as much as you can and ignore the rest? I'm struggling with this part. I don't like the idea of people throwing bits at me when I'm on Twitch and me not being able to thank the person who does it. Yeah? So I find this exchange quite peculiar to me because I feel gratitude is completely missing. Maybe that's where I become more judgy. Now, glizzies. What is a glizzy? You're about to find out. On to video number 2.
Ice cream, so good. Think of the ice cream. Think of the heart me. I heart you too. Think of the glizzies.
So yes, the glizzy is a motion akin to that of someone getting a blowy. Yes, it's very classy, very middle class, upper class. Certainly a high standard for one. But this individual, this one, I do believe, or I was led to believe, got banned from TikTok, or this account they had was banned from TikTok. Why do you suppose that was? Do you perhaps think that maybe they were too controversial? Maybe they got cancelled? Or do you think perhaps that the individual may have gone too far in showcasing their love of the glizzy, the generosity of the audience, giving them the motivation to perform the ultimate glizzy's final form, as it were? Maybe I should just show you, and you can tell me.
100 glizzies entering glizzy overdrive. Increasing grip by 7%. We are locked in. Thank you for over 160 glizzies entering glizzy overdrive.
If you haven't worked out yet why we're doing this video in my medbay, is because that man, I think, may have just performed an accidental imaginary, choking hazard on themselves. Did you notice how many viewers they had? This, to me, is knucking futs. I get it, I play a really simplistic game, so I'm not going to draw up the interest. These guys, girls, individuals, I don't really want to call them humans because I'm not entirely convinced they have the chromosomes necessary to qualify. They are very energetic, and maybe it suits a form of ADHD on their part because each individual unique sticker or bit that comes with a sticker that shows up on the stream can allow them and many of their personalities to manifest as best as possible. And if someone gets offended by mental health jokes, shut up. Everyone has bad mental health, myself included. Don't try me. Sometimes you need a good laugh. And these TikTok NPC morons qualify. On to video number 3.
For you. Take your cash, take your kilo. Yes, yes, yes. Take your in. Oh, thank you, Samantha. This is so cool. Take your cat in. Take your meals. Take your I'm ready. Gang, gang. Oh, thank you, baby. This is...
Now, this creator in question, we've actually covered on the main channel in the video you saw the thumbnail of. I consider their versions to be more, I call it professionally done. It just looked more well set up. And that's because they were making, or are making, I don't know if they still are making, really good money daily, apparently up to $2,000 a day. This is quite the profession. This person as well, I believe, was also promoting the typical OF account that you would associate with people who use TikTok to do this, to promote to their Insta, to promote their Linktree, to go to their OF account. So no doubt they're rolling in all that sweet, sweet coin. Yay for them. And again, I can't hate the player. This one has also snapped at people for trolling them or judging them or criticizing them. My view on this will remain the same. Your content's crap. Now, I have said I'm not a fan of this content. I also said other more notorious or infamous names have gotten involved. Speed is one of them. Now, the issue with showing anything concerning Speed is he copyright claims everything. Like, bitch, you are a bitch. You act like a bitch. You got choked up by your brother for being a bitch. And you copyright claim anyone that shows anything with you in it.
Happy birthday, cowboy! Thank you for the heart. Cowboy!
Let's see if Kaisenat's anything like that. Because they've been doing this as well, the NPC thing for a joke.
Do NPC. Y'all want to do NPC live, yes or no? Wait, you make money from that, right? Alright, all money that I make from hair goes strictly to the chat. Ooh, roses. I'm like a cowboy. Monkey. Oh, okay. Alright. Fried chicken. Whoa, okay. Watermelon monkey fried chicken. Come on, bro. Alright, chat. Let's see how much we've made. Ain't no way. We made $6,000.
Yo, I can't hate the player for doing that. And Kaisenat's one of those streamers that I actually don't mind too much. His rise to fame, the subathon where he became the most subscribed streamer. The man is very open about a lot of things, although he has courted a bit of controversy and accidentally, I'm going to use that word carefully, caused a riot. Not even a joke, by the way. I should point out, I don't believe he made $6,000. I believe that's what the total said he made before they took their cut from that. Because they do take a cut. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. You are, of course, privileged to use the platform. Let's go to another TikTok NPC. We have more, don't worry. The next one's, well, it's well known. The user in question, they get a lot of attention for looking kind of Belle Delphine-ish.
Rose is young. Yeah.
Now sometimes, because this gets a bit too much, but the generosity just doesn't stop. The families of these individuals get quite concerned. And when they get concerned, they may well decide, in the middle of one of these performances from their artiste of an offspring, to host a intervention. It really shows the nature of one's performance and professionalism, that they either break and don't commit or truly commit to what it is they're doing. Business hours are when they're live, of course, and one would not want to be seen breaking character, regardless of the context.
Talk to your daddy, y'all. Let him talk to his dad, please, please.
Thank you for the glizzies.
Listen, your daddy is talking.
What's good, Pops?
They just love thanking people for glizzies by performing the motion for a glizzy in front of your mother. Is this staged?
Hey, what's going on, dude?
Thank you for the glizzies.
No.
Thanks for
Y'all, please just stop, because
Thank you for the weights.
we trying to get him some help. Please, just don't keep
Thank you for the
entertaining.
glizzies.
Don't entertain this madness. We trying to truly help our son.
Thank you for the cap off.
No.
I don't think the parents in this context realize what the internet is. If they did, they wouldn't be encouraging it, they'd simply end the stream. If we are to believe that this exchange, this interaction is real, then what they're doing is incentivizing the audience to continue to see how much further their favored performer is willing to go to make that precious coin, while thanking everyone for glizzies knowing it's making his mother uncomfortable. Additionally, if this is real, and we are to believe it as such, let's treat it as such for the time being, until proven otherwise in the comments, no doubt by one pedantic shit. What does this tell you about society? First of all, in the employment field, while we are judging someone for their choice of occupation, they are maintaining a level of focus to the job at hand. That can be considered both commendable, but also cringe as feck. Simultaneously, we could also judge the occupation and say, is this really a job with a career and a future? Are you going to become an area manager one day, perhaps? Maybe even a CEO of your own NPC TikTok firm? Maybe you'll move on and start selling perfumes and sweets.
Listen to us. He's talking to you, Tej.
Quadruple glizzy.
Is he high or what's wrong with him?
Tell your dad what's
Thank you for the galaxy. Oh my gosh. Woo! Ooh, ride it like a cowboy. Ride it like a cowboy.
I'm gonna start calling names.
Tell you what, I am both impressed and cringed. I am impressed that throughout that entire exchange, he did not break character. He did not stop thanking and engaging and glizzying it up like there was no tomorrow. There is a level of commendable required. I am cringed because if these parents are to be believed that they are concerned for their son for doing this kind of occupation, which is argued by many to be a degradation of our youth's mental health, where they constantly seek validation through performance for bits. Essentially like those buskers, but in the confines of an introverted safe space. Now, I have seen others who do it in the high street as a form of busking, where they put their phone near a shop window so they have a wall to operate against. I've seen the front side and the back end. There is one performer in particular I've seen who has his hair cut very short, he's very blonde, and he talks about bay and roses and gas and chili. Well, here's the rear view of that. I don't know how often these people get trolled, but I can imagine when you do it in public there's a higher risk of getting trolled, even in more metropolitan regions where you are going to be noticed. I would love to see someone do this on a farm, just to get hit with a pitchfork and told to get back to work, mucking the freaking stables. That would be quite funny to me. Perhaps a more interactive aspect where you have all the props for all the stickers you will need. That to me is quite funny because that could also lead to a more, well, frantic display of gratitude and performance. When I see all of this, I do judge, and I'm sure many do. Some of us hold it back a little bit, and I try to, I really do. This kind of content isn't for me, and yet this kind of content is, along with shop sellers on TikTok, being pushed as what should be what more would want to watch. And I understand why, because it gets a lot of views. Much like the ASMR content on TikTok as well, and I may have to do a separate video on that. If you want that, let me know in the comments. If we get, let's say, 300 likes on this video, I will do it.